Thank you for tuning in with Enchantress. That is me, the babbler. That is me on this revolutionary rise of an uprise at this time. And thankful as ever, I shall always remain, no matter what stage, what play, what role I embody in my now mistakes. Gratitude is a learned, had to instill it in me practice. Truly did. And it's not that I wasn't grateful once upon a time, but gratitude and conditioning sometimes square one another in energy or do not work harmoniously together. And so in the breakdown of things, right, when we are living consciously and mindfully and we're applying this practically in our day-to-day now must stay moments, now I must stay, now must stay, now I must stay, now I must be present here, then I have to co-create with my environment, because this is the environment that is external from me that I have no control over. But we share the same perceived 3D reality of a space continuum on this 3D plane of perceived existence. And so I now have to make a choice as to what role do I, as a co-creator with my universal environment, what character, what role, what energy am I purposefully going to intentionally create for myself? And there can be so many things external from ourselves that influence our worlds, like now, although these messages are timeless, but we are now experiencing some heavy mourning on these 3D planes due to a certain celebrity that has tragically passed away with his child. I'm hearing so many things. And so that brings kind of like a somber, melancholic increase crescendo to an already energy of melancholy and dark that is already existing in our hemisphere, atmosphere, stratosphere, that influences our realms, whether we're conscious of it or not, dears. But if you channel in here, then you're more awake than most, you know? So, you know, we're already operating on some new beginnings that is transitioning out of an old paradigm. And that's gonna take time, you know, to balance itself out. And we're not creator of that allotted time that it's going to require or take. We may not even be this vessel upon its full completion. Many generations might have to form, create, infuse, create again. It's like science. You ever had genetics where you cross mutate certain species with another species and a species and a species, and you want to see the mutations after the mutations to see what it is that these species co-create with one another based off of their latest evolution? And so during this new beginning of divine enterprise that is flowing into this 3D realm, that is here in this 3D realm, taking place in different parts of the world, for those awakened that are contributing and putting in their parts from their pieces. There's a birth that is taking place that, although we are visionaries and can see, and crystal ball in hand, we might wizard our ways on. At the end of the day, the completion, there is no completion. Time is we are continuing. This is continuous. By the time we reach a certain level of whatever evolution, we are going to be awakened to witness, and it's going to vary for everyone, because we will exist in the same 3D perceived reality, but yeah, we live in a multi-dimensional plane of existence, so each of us operate on different levels, different vibrations. That's why you'll have a flock of people that vibrate this kind of way sticking together. You have a flock of people vibrating this way sticking together, and then they'll say soul tribe. So whatever vibratory rate you are on is going to connect you to your next of kin, friend, soul tie that harmonizes on this plane. And that's just the way we navigate on that frequency, kind of rhythm and beat, rhythm and beat, rhythm and beat. Either way. So here we are in this new age wave. Goals on our mind being created, executed, guided, birthed, realized, discovered, explored. In this creation of creators creating on these frequency waves, vibrations that beat, pulsate. I'm trying not to get emotional. We meet in accordance to our lines. Even our polarity. Even if you draw to you what might appear to be something still toxic to from the old paradigm of misaligned that existed in one's life that one did not recognize before one's own awakening, right? And so you went that fish swim with the flow, right? Now we know a little bit deeper into that flavored soil of depiction. Who are the dead fish that swim with the flow? This I need to know. Am I a dead fish that swim with the flow? I need to know. And then seeing the every side of that coin, that perception of just that one statement, how that can grow, continuum, or be perceived by a variety of beings. Either way, new beginnings are here, made manifest. Wow. Accumulatively, we have all done wonderful work. No matter where you think you are, be kinder to yourself. Be gentler to yourself. Be more loving and accepting of every part of you that rises to your occasions, weathering every storm. Listening to Spirit's call, I decided to record. And I gravitated towards the wild unknown, which I felt it's symbolic too in regards to what is happening here at this time of our energetic uprise, evolution, revolution that is right now, at least for today, feeling some kind of melancholic, somber, some kind of way. This is a message of love and healing to all, no matter if you think you need it or not. What does love do in every situation? And maybe you're like, I don't want that love schmub. F love. Love is nothing but, bring me nothing but pain and headache. It's your association with an experience based off of an illusion that love did that to you. No. Any experience that has hurt you was not created through the vessel of love. Okay? So, your misassociation with perceiving love to be this dangerous thing that only hurts you in the end is only to still externalize and project an experience, then rather hold yourself accountable for the emotions that you invested in that didn't turn out to be in your favor. so you now fault the experience to love as being the predator that slashed up your tires. You know what I mean? It's the humans that do stupid things sometimes, and then sometimes they're apologetic. Some are not. There are some that are not. Those still shock me. But as I grow in my own revolution, I begin to understand for a grander overstand, so that I can see and not even fault or judge the person that is on that level of their own evolution, that feels compelled in this life to live or be that way, or think that way, see that way, evolutionize that way. That is where they are. And you are not responsible, nor judge and jury of that person's place. That, fine, granted, may not be where you are, but that's none of your business. Theirs. Unless it's directly affecting you somehow through their thing, that they come and they, wreak havoc in your life in some kind of way, and, and then that's a different kind of story. Even the argument in regards to, like, religion with people, that is a very sensitive subject. To debate, fine, cool, that increases our levels of communication skills if we can do it in a fun, healthy manner. Granted, that's wonderful. But to try to sell your perception as actual, factual, reality, truth, like, and fight tooth and nail with another who may not see, perceive, or live, or be the way that you think this should be. You're only fighting yourself. When you do that. And you aggravate other people in the process. Because you're inner battling your own freaking demons and fight against whatever stance you think you take, because the reason you're even so argumentative about it is because some part of you is not even sure. Just think about it. If you gotta prove something more, are you really that solidified in your stance that somebody not believing you that you're vegan upsets you? It's like, well, and then are you? Do you not want to be? Are you battling it out inside? Like, which brings me back to just even the wild unknown. There's certain things in this world that happens that suck. But if we're going on this continuum span, right, of quantum existence, right? Then the emotional investment that we choose to invoke or embody reactive to external stimuli should be our moment of reflective tools to use to see from different points of views your stance on something.